Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. We're going to take a look at my Elliott Wave count for Bitcoin. We take a look at the short-term bullish one as well as the short-term bearish one. Now let's start with the short-term bearish one because this is the one which I think is in control here at the moment. We're looking at this move down of the 29th of May as an impulse. Okay, so it could either be a wave 1 or an A wave. And the move up here could be a wave 2 or a B wave. So that's basically one scenario for me at the moment, because in the short term, it doesn't make any difference. Both would, from this area, at least this is an area of interest, an area where price with a decent likelihood should turn around. Yeah, both should from here turn to the downside. This is the area between 27,500 and 28,056. Price seems to be working its way into this region in a corrective fashion. So we had off this low, which was made on the 2nd of June, an A wave to the upside, the first wave of a correction. Then here the B wave to the downside and the C wave to the upside. My last video yesterday, I think I talked to you about, okay, we were up here, we started to see some selling pressure. This is the area of support for a B wave. Ideally, it doesn't go below this orange box, because if it does, it might do a direct sell-off. But as long as it's holding, it has a decent chance to turn around in this orange box to make a move into the red box and then sell off. This is at the moment my preferred scenario. It didn't quite touch the orange area, but came close enough. We now need to see, okay, is this B wave maybe already in? And I'm counting that as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. If I look at the Fibonacci extensions and possible targets for this move down, we can see that it reached the 1-to-1 ratio, 100% extension. It was one of the levels I highlighted because I said that the orange box pretty much overlaps with the extensions. So the orange box is the support box based on Fibonacci retracements, whereas you can overlay here the Fibonacci extensions and they pretty much overlap quite nicely. Yeah, we've got the 1.618 extension down there at 26.7K. Just above the 78.6 retrace, and the 1-to-1 ratio here just above the 50% retracement. So they are levels of interest and they are levels where price might react. And the important thing was for this B wave that price, let's say, was not allowed to break below the 26,680 level in this scenario, because if it would do that, then it would most likely sell off directly. So at the moment we see bit of upside today, so it might be following here this wave count, and we could see a C wave to the upside. That should be in a 5-wave move ideally, so otherwise it's a WXY. But yeah, this could maybe be a small 1 already, a wave 2 here. We might work our way up in a 3, then a 4 and a 5. Let's see. I mean, this is really the very detailed micro count. It's dangerous to get into this territory normally, because things just change a lot and they morph a lot, you know, and many don't understand that, but it is part of the game. And obviously that happens even more on a lower time frame, where just things change much more quickly and you just have normal intraday movements, which could shake things up. But this is sort of something, and if this is the third wave now in the C wave, we can also define a target for that. We take the 1.618 extension of wave 1, and that would take us to 27,250 at a minimum, ideally higher. So that's the next, let's say, target for the bulls, ideally a bit higher. Then we should get a 4 and a wave 5, and we need to see how high it takes us. Let's see if it's strong enough to take us to the red box. But then again, we need to see, I mean, this correction that we're dealing with here can always extend out. Yeah, it can always extend out. Also, it could be the B wave will be reset a little later. Just be aware that we are in a correction, and we are in a correction within a correction, which doesn't make it easier. So corrections mean that things change a lot, things morph a lot. Okay, and we will see probably corrections where we don't necessarily expect them. So I did talk in my video yesterday a little bit about what that might mean for strategy. Now, ultimately, you need to decide that for your own trading, because you will have your trading plan, hopefully. But it just means that it might be reasonable to size down a bit, not try to trade every single wave. Use a bit less leverage, make sure that you have your risk management spot on. That's typically what you need to do in a correction Whereas in an impulse, things are much clearer, the direction is much clearer, it's clear who's winning and so on. So this is the short-term bearish wave count where we would sell off later after getting into this region. And you can make it very simple. You know, we can just simply say that as long as we are not breaking, as long as we're holding below 28,056, the overall focus can be on the downside and the selling pressure is there. What happens if we break above the 28,050 level? Well, if we get a sustained break above that level, for example, if we see something like an inverse head and shoulders, which might play out here. And again, I don't like these patterns, but when I see them, I call them out. When you get this, this inverse head and shoulders, and basically that would be in line with a break above that resistance area, then we could see a boost to the upside, and it would most likely reset the B wave a little higher. So it would most likely reset the B wave a little bit higher. And if it's doing that, it would not necessarily be bullish. It would just mean that we get a larger bounce in a correction. Now, what you need to keep in mind and keep an eye on, I think, is this corrective price channel to the downside. You can see this corrective price channel, and it is certainly of relevance to a degree, I would say. You know, we haven't broken out of it, and we've been in it since middle of April. So a breakout of it would certainly have some bullish implications, but then we still need to see 5 waves up. Because if we make another high now and really break above resistance, it would only technically be a 3-wave move to the upside, an A wave, a B wave, and a larger C or WXY structure in the larger B wave, which would be reset a bit higher. Only if I see 5 waves like this, I can say with more confidence that Bitcoin has found its low on the 13th of May. And then we can wait for an ABC structure, and anybody who hasn't entered here will then have another chance. Yeah, and this is sort of where we are with Bitcoin at the moment. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.